Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. I am back with another review. This time around I'm doing a review for a movie, guys, a film that is acted in France. It's a French movie, but obviously you can watch it on English in Netflix. And it's a nice movie. It's called Ed Vitam. I wonder what it means. I didn't look it up. But then it's a guy who was sort of in police force, and his name is Frank. And maybe just to go through the cast quickly, it's Frank, who's being acted by Gilliam Canet, and his wife is Leo, who's being acted by Stephanie Callard, and also his friend is Nazim Lace, who's acting as Ben, and also another person who acted is family friends, who's Zita Kenroth. Acted as Manon, and Alexis Manenti, who's being acted as Nico. So, in a nutshell, those are the guys that acted on this movie. I must say that this guy who's Nazim Lais, I noticed him, that I know him. I watched him on also another French movie, which was Under Paris, which was a very nice movie. I think it played in 2023, if it's not 2024 early. So yes, guys, it's a nice movie, and as I already said, Frank Lazareff was acting as a main character in this one. And it's a movie that when it started, we were not sure what he does, because he was climbing, and it seems like he was a climber doing some job in a building, and some rope had to be sort of cut down, and then he was falling, and then it ended up tightening him up, and then he ended up getting down safely, and he chased some guy. And after that, it seems like him and his wife Leo was having some issues with break-ins. Some people were just breaking in their apartment. It seems like they were looking for something, because Leo even said that the last time they stole your laptop, it seems like they're looking for something, and I don't trust you. Stuff like that, that Leo was saying to Frank, and Frank was just quiet about it. And then it went back after the invaders end up coming and knocking him out. And I must say that they put up a fight, which also showed that they had some sort of training on how to defend themselves, and that's where it ended. And then we went back to how they were trained in the movie. We went back to few years back or something like that, where they were trained. They were showing them being trained, and I must say that it was sort of being a police into becoming a special force, kind of a team, which was being called GIGN. And they went through intense training that was very, very, very intense, because it was emphasized, like the whole period of the movie was way too much on the training, where they were being trained how to climb, where they were being trained how to shoot, all those sort of stuff for training. And that's when we were also introduced to Nico and also Ben, whom were sort of friends to Frank, and we could see how even the bond that was created amongst them, and including even Leo, whom Leo and Frank had also met in these teams, and they end up getting married, but they met from these teams, which they were where they were being trained. And as women also, Manon was also part of the team, and it showed that like it was more like the brotherhood and the sisterhood amongst the team members. And as I already said, Manon was married to Nico, and they had a family. and also Frank and Leo getting married as well. It could only make sense for them as a team to be also dating amongst team members because they were so close, as I already put it. So yes, guys. Back to the action. The action started off when uh, Frank have realized that he received a call, and it was in a sort of a hotel, and he went there with Nico. And when they got there, they couldn't wait for backup because they realized that they just want to have a talk with the manager. And immediately when they enter the building, they came across the guys that were coming down that end up shooting Nico. So Nico ended up being shot dead there. He died in the scene, and Frank survived and managed to fight off one of the guys that he ended up stabbing him. And when he stabbed him, one of the blood for that guy that he stabbed fall from to his badge, and it was the badge that he was given from one of the gentlemen after the training. They give him the badge and say that this is your father's badge, you can have it, and it was written Ed Vitam. So he took the badge, and the badge ended up being having blood, and he went and hid it and took the key and hide it in his apartment, which is what they were looking for. In the beginning, as I already put it, that it end up just being something that they end up kidnapping the wife, and it just end up there, and then they jump over to the training. So yes, the blood, he hid the badge, and made sure that the badge is not being seen by anyone. He just hid it and never told Leo, which is his wife, that he have the badge. And at that time, when Leo was kidnapped, obviously she was already pregnant, 8 months pregnant, to be precise. And it was very painful for Frank to comprehend, because he's the one who started off the whole thing by going to the media and report that the people who apparently have killed Nico are people who are special agents from another department of sort of home security for the country. And it ended up being some sort of a cover up that they were trying to do. And being a cover up, meaning that even him, he got fired from his work. Even Ben even got fired. The excuse on Ben was that because on that operation he broke his leg got shot, and he can't continue working. And for Frank, they just made an excuse that he let his team down by going inside the building while he should have waited for backup. So that's how they fired him from his job. I guess that's why he ended up being just sort of climbing buildings and doing the other job of cleaning or something like that, maintenance in the outside of the building. So yes, guys, the movie, I must say that after that it was all action packed. It was Frank trying to get back to his wife, in which he end up finding her after Ben have also helped him to go to try to say that they're gonna bring back the badge, and they went with the wrong badge, which was having his own blood, which was not having the blood of the gentleman that they sort of fought in the building. So I must say that the movie is full of action. The movie is action packed, and I must say that it also have a simple cast. It is very emotional to see a pregnant woman fighting and all that. That was happening, going through the whole pregnancy while she was in the middle of these things that was happening. And at the end, I must say that Frank end up being able to save his wife and also save Ben's life by telling them to run to the hospital while it was all the shootings and all those kind of stuff that was happening in the action. And the action, I really liked it. It's action packed, obviously. It's not in the highest level, but it's also a very nice action movie, I must say. I see that many people really like the film. It was also directed by Rodolphe Launga. I don't know much about him. I'm sure that because it's a French movie, obviously, we're still gonna know a little bit many people who are directors from French movies. I must say that the French movies, apart from under Paris. This one comes maybe second, with under Paris being the best to me. So we'll continue watching also the French movies, guys, because I like diversity. I like doing reviews over different countries because I believe that different countries have nicer action that just focusing on Hollywood or South African movies. So yes, guys, if you haven't watched this action movie, please go ahead and watch it. It's a nice action movie that is very plain and simple. I think it's around 1 hour 30 minutes, so it won't waste too much of your time. It's just to watch it and enjoy it with the family. There are no funny stuff, so you can really enjoy it with the kids as well. So I think that's it for this one, guys. I will meet on the next one. Cheers.